museum. I really honestly do hope that you enjoy your stay here. We almost have everything set up to open next week. Even though we might be a little too late to do the Halloween tours, we still think it might be a very cool idea for us to try it out, and hey, we might make a bit more money off of it. However, we still need a train to give the tours around the museum, even though these days the most trains have that new transport system that allows them to ride off the rails just as much as on them. We're probably just gonna stick to a train that rides on the rails, since the outside is all grassy and bumpy. Yeah, but the new transporting system thing is only useful for like riding on concrete and other flat surfaces. We also know that you worked on the Mid-Sorter Railway back in the day. That's pretty impressive. Wow. Jeez, 98 years old. It's impressive how you're still not dead. Sorry, I didn't mean to sound rude there. Forgive me for that. But, let me explain how all your systems work. The monitor on your left allows you to view all the cameras around the place, obviously, just to make sure no thieves or little kids get in, you know. But here is the more important stuff I need to explain to you. On cameras 2, 4, 9, and 10, there are point switch buttons. Pressing these will allow you to block off the part of the track to get the engine back to where it's supposed to be. So this is if any pesky kids get on the train in the daytime and decide to ride it around. Even though we don't have an engine yet, at least it's set up for everyone to go on. So if any time in the night the switches go faulty and cause an error, go over to your system console and on your right press the text of the system that has an error to reboot it and fix it. This will take a little while though, so be patient. The next thing is the mine shutters. Now on the monitor there is a button that says map toggle. Pressing this button allows you to switch between the outside and the mine cameras. We have to put train tracks in there as well for the train to ride on too, but because of all the debris and sharp objects inside there, it's just too dangerous to enter right now. So if you see anyone in there at day or night, double click the mine camera button to close it off. There are a couple more systems that are currently installing right now, but because they are not done yet, I don't need to explain them to you right now. There shouldn't be any problems without them at the moment. Anyway, but as soon as they are done, I will tell you how to use them. So yeah, so I think that's pretty much it for now. Just watch the cameras if anything happens. Do exactly what I've told you before. Have a good night, and I'll speak to you tomorrow. Good night.
earlier today we found some oil tracks on the floor by the entrance that looks like it belongs to an engine. It's very strange though because we haven't even bought one for the museum yet. So just let me know after your shift if you see it or not. Anyway, the next thing we found is an old tape recording. Well, it's not really like 1 year old, but we just don't know what's on it, but we are going to play it to you after the call. So if you see anything interesting on it, there for the museum. Tomorrow we will most likely have one of them new systems installed, so yeah, that's just a small update, and I'll let you know all about that then. Good night.
Hello there. This is a message for the workers of Smudger's Railway to let you know that an unexpected meeting for the railway's opening has been organised out of the blue, so I won't be here tomorrow morning. Also, do not take Smudger out of his generator shed. While taking a look at him last night, I noticed that his pistons are still extremely damaged and most likely faulty, and can most likely be set off by being lifted onto the tracks. If they do go off, it will cause him to shoot forward, possibly damaging something, or even worse, someone. So again, do not take Smudger out of his generator shed tomorrow. Until we can get those pistons of his fixed, he can't be going back on the rails. Thank you and have an amazing day when you're working on Smudger's Railway. go again. So, third night, you're halfway there until you get your paycheck. And also, you're doing such a great job with the night shift. We never hear anyone better, so keep up the good work. Also, we installed a new system today, and that is the light system. So on camera 11, there is actually a button that switches the lights on and off. It's going to be used for the Halloween tours, when the room gets all cleaned up and stuff, for the extra, spookiness. However, they can only be turned off if you are in that camera. So if you switch to the other camera or pull down the camera monitor, it will turn them on again. So we're trying to fix that right now, but that's that. Also, there's one more problem with the wire. It's really faulty, so having the lights turned off for a long time causes an error. But luckily, we've installed a system on the console to reboot it if it goes wrong. Now, here's the extra amazing part. Alright, you ready? We found a coal truck in the mines. This actually looks like it was privately owned or something, considering the name on it. I can't remember the exact name. I think it was something along the lines of S.C.Ruffy or something like that. I think it's pronounced Scruffy, actually. But the strange thing is that he's not the right size for the railway tracks. So, we really don't know why he's there in the first place, but oh well. We'll just put him in camera 11 for now, as far as the Halloween tours. Also, I really doubt that he's going to be moving around tonight. But I mean, why would it? I mean, come on. But if it does, just turn the lights off in the room. It's just so messy in there. It'll most likely be just hauled back to storage or something. So that's everything for tonight. Just one more thing. The system, some more system to be installed tomorrow, and I'll let you know all about that and how it works and stuff tomorrow. So, talk tomorrow and good night. Hello again. So today we finally got the final system installed. So on your system console there is a text that says circuits, and basically what this is all about is that when we were building this place we found out that there is something, well, buried under the building. Actually it's right under you to be exact. We haven't got to see what it is exactly, but whatever it is, it sometimes tries to drill through the floor. Obviously this can be extremely dangerous. So we installed the system. So what the circuits do is, if the thing underground tries to break through the floor again, the alarm inside the building will go off. If this happens, immediately go to your system console and reboot it. Then the circuits connect to the thing underground, resets its system or something like that, and it'll stop it temporarily. We made the system a lot easier to reboot than the others because of the danger. So it can be rebooted instantly with one click, and also can be rebooted if you are rebooting the other systems as well at the same time. So the floor strength on the console shows you that the strength of the floor until it gets to 0. If it does get to 0, well, the floor will break, and you will most likely fall through into the thing drilling underground, or it will go through the floor into you. And I don't think you want that to happen. I mean, I don't think anybody wants that to happen. So, just be wary of that. But just do what I told you and you should be fine anyway. Alright, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Good night. So here it is, your final night before you get your paycheck, and I hope you enjoyed your first week here. We thank you so much for watching the place. It sounds like I'm talking to you like it's your last day or something. Never mind. But anyway, tomorrow we were actually going to have someone take your shift so that you can go on a break for a while, but that guy ended up being sick and won't be here tomorrow. So if you could just watch the place one more time, that would be just amazing. And we will pay you extra on your paycheck. So yeah, but if the guy is still sick after that, then I'll just watch the place myself for a week. So I'll leave you to it. You probably don't want me talking all night, so I'll speak to you soon. Good night.